that I ride for. I got couple niggas out here for. I got couple niggas out riding from me. Yeah. I got purple jungle in my style phone. I got couple niggas that I ride for. I got couple niggas that I kill for. I got couple niggas out riding from me. Yeah. I got purple jungle in my style phone. I got couple niggas that I ride for. I got couple niggas that I kill for. I got couple niggas that will ride for. Yeah. Shoot on the face. Run up on that nigga that you know you ain't sick. Run up on chicks and you know you ain't play. Links every day, got two every day. Yeah. Two every day. This thing's done, got a rock, don't play. 6'6" shot nigga, don't got face. Gynx in your black, no your black is there. Try to start a war, no you can't keep pace. Baby, you can ask me that I speak play. Yeah. I speak play. Baby, you can ask me that I speak play. I see the face and you can't even say. No way. Yeah. Gynx in the black bar, no you can't crack.
Yeah. What up, people? What up, people?
What's up, Circle Family?
What up, Circle Family? We in the building. Talk to Tingz. You know what I'm saying? You see right there, you got some new things popping right now. Watch out. Yeah. Talk to Tingz.
You said talk to Tingz.
Let me do this here. Sorry, people. You gotta work with me here. Work with me.
Y'all are our guinea pigs tonight.
Yeah.
All right. So welcome to Talk to Tingz, episode number 26. It's just Circle. Some of our admin tonight. We're missing Lisa tonight.
Lisa, yeah, sorry, Lisa. Yeah, Lisa's busy, you know.
Yo.
I don't know how she's not dead yet.
Stop
Yo, big up Lisa.
That's Lisa's a
hard worker.
So we just want to shout out Lisa. Welcome to all the new members. And if you're new to Talk to Tingz, this is a weekly show we do every Thursday. And Jason loves to do the intro, so we're gonna hand it over.
Yeah. Why don't you gotta do the intro no more? You know what I'm saying? Yo, for people you see right now, I move up. We got the technology. You see it there? It says Big J in the building. You know what I'm saying? TK in the building.
Hey.
Doug Moore in the building. And Father Thomas. But listen, today. We got a special guest. All the ladies, tag your friends. You know what I'm saying? It's your favorite member's favorite member, Mr. Omar Sticks Palmer in the building.
No.
Where'd it gone?
No.
It's gone?
Try it again.
I have to talk about it.
Yeah.
Say hi to the people then. Talk. You have to talk up, you know.
That's better.
Omar Sticks Palmer.
If it bombastic.
Mr. Bombastic. Mr. Lava.
Exactly. So tonight, y'all, we're here for episode 26. And we are just here to talk up some things.
Yeah.
Just want to grab back our topics. So tonight, I mean, it was an interesting week. This is what? First one since the
first one. Oh yeah, hold on, people. We're gonna stop the presses. Stop the presses. 1 second. Yo, bear with me, people. I'm trying here. I'm trying.
Y'all are guinea pigs.
Guinea pig tonight. Well, give me 1 second here. So tonight, stop the presses. I want to do something here for y'all. You know what I mean? Because there's the stuff that's been weighing on everybody's mind. You know what I mean? And I'm hearing this and hearing that. So I'm gonna address it right now. So listen. So last week we did Smoke the Tingz, seeing, you know what I mean? And
so much fun.
It was fun and everything, you know. Mans were high as shit. Me, I haven't been that high since, I don't know, since 19 how long, seeing? Listen, because of the Wi-Fi, you know, the thing cut off. As you guys saw, the thing paused and it stopped. The Wi-Fi, I don't know, it cut out and I had to end the broadcast, seeing? Right? You should hear the things I'm hearing, but listen, the thing cut out. It was an executive decision. Shit, that never happened to me before. You know, we've been doing this for 25 weeks. That was the first time I've ever had really an issue that I had to deal with on the fly. You know what I mean? I was high as shit, so I just done the thing. You know what I mean? I didn't really have time to figure out what was happening, so it just ended. But the apology is mostly for Andre. Andre, big up yourself, Smokers Club. You know what I mean? Andre, you know what I'm saying? That should have went about it differently, you know, because we removed the episodes, right? And the reason we remove the episodes, because in the long run, it's a business. We're not against the smoking, but we want to put out a good product, you know what I'm saying? Right? And things weren't flowing properly, the thing cut out, so we wanted to put out the best of us always, you know what I mean? So it's not that we don't want to do smoke the things. Of course we want to do smoke the things. And the next time we do smoke the things, it's going to be blessed, right? With sticks in the forefront, see? Sticks and his fucking gold teeth in his forefront. So I just want to say sorry to, Andre and the whole Smokers Club for all this shit, you know what I mean? We don't run like that, you know what I mean? Next time we're gonna do it proper, and we're gonna do it nice, all right?
And then in addition, we had my computer running in circle and yours in smoke. And
no, yours is in smoke.
Well, so we didn't want it to just be inconsistent.
No, the thing wasn't working. That we're too high. Next time I do, I'm not boy.
You were too high.
I'm not smoke next time.
So yeah, so I'm glad you were able to address that.
All right.
So don't forget, y'all, if you want to bring your comments in, we don't have call in this week, but your comments are going to be popping up. And
now we got
a new feature for your comments to be.
Watch Champagne Mouth. See what Champagne Mouth? Watch it. Champagne Mouth.
That's hilarious. What did she say tonight?
She says she wants that cup. She wants to.
A lot of cups here tonight.
This one. Sorry.
A lot of cups here tonight. Hey. So tonight we are going through the topics. We always do this every week. We cover the hottest topics in the week.
Yeah, listen, let the new lady talking, man.
It's okay.
No.
We recap the hottest topics in the week, the commentary, what came out of the commentary, etc. So one of the topics that was up this week was interracial dating. And even if you're not okay with it, are you okay with your kids doing it? Like, given where we are progressing as a generation. Were your parents okay with it? And what would you do if your children brought home someone of another race and was like, yo, like, I'm really serious about this person. Like, don't try to convince me otherwise. This is it. And how would you handle that? So
how would I handle it?
Yeah, this is
if
where
my kids came home with a different race.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that bad spelling. Where's Shine? Shine, look at that bad spelling. Is that right? Did I spell it right?
No, you add an extra R.
It's all good.
It's all good. Whatever. But if my kids came home with a next race, I don't give a fuck.
Wouldn't bother you at all.
I don't give a fuck. Like, what am I going to do? Like, actually, hold on. No, I wouldn't give a fuck. I wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
What was the actual race? The whole on was for, like, I'm thinking of the races. Okay. I'm thinking of the different Chinese, Indian, you know what I mean? Thinking of the different thing.
Oh. So they brought home a Zionist Jew.
A what?
Zionist.
A Zionist Jew.
Zionist Jew.
I don't know about
that. I mean, I don't know if a Zionist Jew would come home to your family, but still, the same way. Let's just say, hypothetically.
Well,
like on some old Jewish.
My kid ain't gonna bring home a Zionist Jew.
So what if your kid brings home a kid with a turban?
Interesting. Yeah. And they're like, I'm serious about this, Dad.
I guess I'm gonna pass this.
I'm ready to go.
I guess I'm passing. How does Doug feel about it?
Yeah, Dougie's the interracial guy here.
I don't care.
Interracial expert.
I don't care. Anyone, any race.
Mm-hmm.
You can roast Doug tomorrow.
Why are we not?
We're throwing him under the bus.
What do you? Okay, so did your parents accept interracial dating? How were your parents? I mean, your ex-wife is white. Is black. Your children are black.
Yeah,
how were they? And you grew up in Nova Scotia too.
They were okay with that, but like when I first started, my first girlfriend was black, so I was probably like 13 or 14. So it wasn't that they were they didn't. It's not that they didn't like black people, but they didn't want us to mix because they saw the hardship that black people went through. And they didn't want the kids. But like I'm not even thinking of kids that 13, 14 years old. But they learned to accept it, and they've always, like, till this day actually, they're good friends. The mother of my ex back home when I was 13 or 14 does my mother's hair.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I like that.
We have to say Sticks. You don't see why I just put up the gal and said, yo, why you weekend? So keep talking, talk up.
Okay,
I
wouldn't mind if my daughter or any of my children brought home a different race. Just as long as they're happy, man. Like, it doesn't really bother me. I used to date a white girl, so.
You used to date a white girl?
Yeah.
You see, he used to date a white girl. Ah.
Sorry.
But, you know, yeah.
Your mom and dad were good with it?
Yeah.
What about your parents?
But my brother's engaged to a Italian.
Yeah.
She's good. She's cool.
All right, let's get to some. Let's see what Mitzi had to say here. Mitzi says, I think the most important thing is that the person treats my child properly. Their happiness is what matters. You have to be confident in the child you raised and the choices that they will make. I agree, right?
I love it, Mitzi.
Big up, Mitzi. Thank you.
Mitzi. So guys, even though we can't hear your voice notes tonight, don't forget to share your comments because we have a new feature that will allow everybody to see your comments in a real-time manner.
Yeah.
We actually don't really care about it.
No, send in, if you're gonna send in voice note, like if Moose is hanging around,
Moose,
send it to TK.
I don't have my earbuds in, but Moose, I trust you.
No, just send it.
So
what are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, you know.
Tumpus, you're mixed race.
I'm mixed.
Sort of.
I'm not mixed.
Ish. But so you're native and you're black, and what are your thoughts on if your daughter brought home someone from another race?
Honor killing.
Honor killing.
This is why you don't see him on camera.
Yo, honestly, I don't know. Like, I never dated outside of my race ever.
I did.
Ever.
I dabbled.
I've
in high
never
school.
dated outside of my race.
Do you know that I've never dated a white girl, never been with a white girl?
Whoa! Doug, white chocolate.
Right?
Chocolate.
I wouldn't even know how to act or be.
You know what to do.
I went on a date with a white girl, and it was the most awkward.
So I went on a date
with a white girl once. It was the most awkward, weirdest.
What was awkward about it?
Just the way they are. They're very different. Very
It's all
like.
good.
I don't know how to explain it. Like, I find black girls, I guess, are a lot more upfront and like in your face kind of thing.
Yeah, man.
Where white girls are a little bit more shy, timid, reserved. I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing.
That's okay. Just talk the Tingz. Say what you have to say, man.
My mom, one time, I was going out with her thing. She was at the top of the stairs. She's like, where you going? I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go check her thing. You know, she's like, is it a white girl? And I was like, nah. She's like, oh, okay. So I wonder if I said yes, what would she have said?
What would she say? I feel like when you're in your high school days, dating is a different thing. I feel like if your parents know that you're not really taking that serious, but if over time they see that there's a trend in what you're attracted to, then they'll be more prone to accepting it, you know? I dated one white guy for like 2 weeks in high school. And he was my stunting partner. So my parents never took it seriously. But if I was consistently bringing home white boy after white boy after white boy, then they'd probably just say, oh, okay, I got to deal with. You know what I mean? But
I don't know. It's weird. Like in my household, my parents even had black dolls in our house.
Yeah.
We had black music. Well, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Lionel Richie, stuff like that. So I don't know. Like,
that's wicked. I love that. I love that you're so diverse. Yeah.
Mind the white things. What about all of us? Everybody here is talking about black and white.
Yes.
So what about the other races like Chinese, Indian? What else is there? Brazilian, Persian, you know what I mean? Russian. No, Russians are just white, right?
I think she said something to say.
Well, I've never.
No.
Okay, what would you worry about most bringing home to your parents? Like, what do you feel like your parents would accept everything except?
I mean, like my mom would accept anything. Like if you met her, she'd accept anything. I don't know. Yeah. My dad.
Different story.
Maybe like an Indian or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might say something.
And is that religion or culture or?
Maybe culture.
Your dad a Rastafari?
No.
Okay.
My brother is.
Your brother's Rastafari?
My brother's Rastafari.
It's just culture. It's just the ingrained.
Yeah.
I hear that.
Rastafari's a religion, right? Am I right or am I wrong?
It's a religion / culture. A lot of people take it for culture, but true Rastafarians.
So, like, could anyone be a Rastafari? Like, could I convert to the religion? Like,
you could convert to Rastafari.
Yeah,
really?
A lot of actually in Jamaica there's a lot of white Rasta.
Really?
You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So interracial dating, go ahead, y'all. If you are catching this on the replay, don't forget to share your comments because a lot of the comments.
Yeah, we got comments coming through now. Comment too. Let's see what we got here. Let's see.
Shout out some commenters.
We got. Oh man, I still gotta learn how to do this on the fly. Oh, Godson has a reply to Naomi. Says she dated a light skin once or whatever. Godson says Naomi Star, not all light skin are the same.
Not all light skin. I like it. Okay, Godson, why are not all light skin?
Why are they not the same, Godson? You guys need some. You guys need some dark skin. Like bonfire. Light skin is done. Light skin done, man.
No, man, light skin just a couple.
No, man.
It's Godson who come to change his
Light
script.
skin
Light
is
never
skin.
Yo, see all that? That's in Jamaica. If you date a light skin thing, that's interracial dating.
In most Caribbean.
Yo, B, when you're brown
Depending on
skin,
how light skin they
when
are.
you're brown skin and from uptown, that's an interracial
Make
dating.
it worse, you like Chinarlu. If your name Chinarlu, that's
Yeah, and if you have the
interracial
straight
dating.
hair and the green eyes, some of them have those green eyes.
Yeah.
That's interracial dating, dude. It's like two different classes.
Colorism.
Oh yeah.
Colorism, yeah, the colorism.
All right,
Tony
so
wants me to be a rock star.
Tony, I would love. Didn't I say that one time in an episode? I swear to God, if you search back in episodes, I said I would love to see you locked.
You love to see Dougie laugh?
If
Watch Alicia.
being the night big
Watch
drums,
Alicia.
what Alicia said.
You don't have to dread to be
Rasta.
Rasta.
It's not a dreadlock thing.
Big up Alicia. Yeah.
Divine conception of
Didn't
the
I
heart.
try to use
What?
seeing light skins are annoying? Why? Women and men.
Light skin are annoying?
Yeah,
You see, it's a different race. Light skin and dark skin is two different races.
But we digress. Can we parking lot this?
Parking lot what?
Colorism?
No.
We
'Cause
have
I'm
already
dark.
thought it. We have
All my girlfriends have always been dark like this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not the new
Even
one.
my ex-wife, she's
this guy's
the narco. Yeah, the new one.
You like-
First time.
You like the chocolate, eh?
Yeah.
Dougie like chocolate.
What they say, darker the berry, the sweeter the tree.
Watch out. Yo, where's Tony?
And
I know.
both of
Where's
them.
Tony? I know Tony gonna support me. Watch out.
Tony Hayes?
Yeah.
Tony!
Watch out.
Welcome to Pippin
Flawless victory.
Yeah.
Flawless.
Tony's too light for me.
What are we doing right now?
The dark skin is sexy.
So are we good? Go
I'm
ahead,
just
y'all.
kidding.
Drop your comments. So this week there was another hot topic.
Oh yes.
It was fuego.
Fuego.
Okay, so one of our most famous agitators in the group.
Annie.
Shout out to the
Shout out
agitators. We love the
She's
agitators.
the agitator.
Why is it? There was a post this week, and oh my God, it made it from the circle to the danger room back to the circle
Circle,
again.
danger room. Yeah.
Like, you know what? Post is hot when it does a full circle. And Annie was asking, why is it more acceptable for people to dislike gays than it is to dislike people of other races? Whew.
I don't even know how to touch this one. Because this one left, It went left, it went right, it went right back down to the middle.
It did.
So why, I have to see this with my own eyes now. Why is it more acceptable to dislike gays than it is to dislike people of other race?
The commentary was, it is.
It went left.
Did you watch commentary 6? Did you watch that post? So, well, what had happened was, in addition to the post being already a trigger post, in Black History Month, like, why can't Black people have their freaking 28 days? There's a lot of people who seem to be in their feelings about the fact that people are celebrating their Blackness and they just can't take it. And then now it's a matter of who's the bigger victim. That's been the theme for this month.
Why can't it just be like proud Black people every day?
Yeah, see, big up Sean B, big up Tash.
Exactly right.
I agree
I'm
with that.
proud Black every day.
Black every day, right?
Every day.
Yeah.
Forget February.
Yeah.
Take it right to March.
And then
right
on the
back
fact
to
that we
March
only
again.
have the 1 month.
And why in the winter? It's cold.
That's
It's
another
dark.
story.
Darker.
That's
Yeah.
another.
There's something behind that.
And then we get the shortest month on top of it.
It's the love of it. It's the love of it.
We're getting off the love.
No, we're getting off. Yeah.
Wait,
So
but
it's
I
more-
do want to hear from our guests.
Yeah,
so that's
Sticks,
why I
man,
love
so-
hearing from him. So in addition to hearing the fact that there's this question about why is it okay to dislike one group and not another, then what we have is a whole comparison game. We have a whole who's the bigger victim narrative again. This is not the first time we've seen this narrative this month. So a lot of the the disruption with that post came from the fact that it's like the commentary afterward. People were not necessarily saying this because gays, this bun out, that lick out, that ray tay tay. Somebody asked a question, a very legitimate question, and the response was from the original poster. Okay, well, maybe it has not. Okay, so the question was, what if it has nothing to do with gays? What if it has to do with your hostility? What if it has to do with your delivery? What if it has to do? The person took it out of a general context and made it direct and said, what if the question you're asking has a lot to do with the way you present in the sphere?
Yeah.
And then the response was, what if I just say that ray tay tay because you're colored? So now we took it from other races to colored. And that's where everything went back to the danger and back.
Well, look what Maxwell says. Maxwell says you can't hide your gayness and you can't hide your blackness.
I agree with that. So if the question was supposed to, if the topic was supposed to stick to the question, which is why is it more acceptable to dislike gays more than people? I don't know if I disagree with the fact that it's more acceptable. Personally, I don't feel like one is more acceptable. What I feel like is that somebody is born a certain visible way, where from the day you're born, you're marked.
Yeah.
Versus something that, whether you believe you're born with it or not, it takes some time for that discovery to express itself.
I think it's a choice.
So the question was, why is it more acceptable? Who said it was more acceptable? Is that your perception and now you're just... It was her perception and she's projecting that. Nobody ever said one is more acceptable to accept. But when you start to make a definitive line and draw a line in the sand, now you open up the door for comparison. And if we're going to compare, we have to compare on all facets.
Because people were hating her, so she got mad saying we're hating her because she's gay. We weren't hating Annie because she was gay. We were hating her because she was being an idiot. She's
passive-aggressive, period.
She was being an idiot. So that's where the post came from. In my opinion, it wasn't even about like this. Why is it more acceptable? She was getting attacked, and then so she said, "Why is everybody hating on me?" I don't think she was
getting attacked. I think she was getting called up.
Called up for what?
Okay, when
no,
but the person who responded to her said, the person who responded to her said, it's not even about that. Have you ever thought that it's the way you present, and people don't necessarily receive you well because of the way you present? And then she retorted with, what if I just said ray tay tay because you're colored? So it comes down to a person who presents a certain way, doesn't accept constructive feedback, and wants to make it about their sexual orientation. That's like saying every time, if I'm going to be a troll, every time someone calls me out of my trolling, I'm going to say it's because I'm black.
Well, we have no problem with the LCBO community. The LCBO community is fine with me.
The LCBO?
Yeah.
Gretchen, get it right. Get it right. Don't make fun of it. LGBT. I can't even say LGBT.
BQT, and then you also have
somebody out there write the correct spelling for the community.
We go through this every time. You guys know what it is.
Yeah.
Sticks, what were your thoughts on that whole narrative? I know you weren't involved in the post, but I'm sure you have some thoughts to contribute on the question of why is it more acceptable to dislike gays and it is to dislike race, and the context it was framed in.
Me personally, I can't speak for anybody else but myself. That's how I was raised, just not to have it. You know what I mean? So I wasn't raised to hate people because of their color, but just maybe because of their actions that they might want to do. And I don't hate nobody.
But you just were raised with certain guidelines of how you should steer your life.
Exactly.
Do you feel that it's easier to accept people based on orientation versus color? Do you feel like it's easier to hate orientation than it is on color? And do you feel like the timing was a little bit trollish?
Yes.
If anything?
What else is that?
Yeah. I think so. It's easier to hate orientation than color and skin and all that. Respect. And that's what I'm going to say.
You're doing great.
Watch all these people, the FBI, you guys are dog shit about ABC. Alicia, you're dog shit about ABC, the EFG, and FBI and CIA. You guys are some dog shit. Yeah.
I said dog.
Yeah, have some respect for the people that
Why do you think, Dougie, that it's more acceptable disliking gays than it is to dislike people of other races? Who do you feel like has a harder disadvantage in 2018?
I think the
Mhm.
I think the black people have more disadvantage. Right, they have it harder, I believe.
Do you feel like the timing of the topic was brought up had anything? What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know what happened before she put that post up, but you can't put that kind of post up and expect not to have controversy.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Jason, before we finish off?
well, you know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with it at all, right? I ain't gonna sit here in front. Like I actually married into the like my wife's family is in that. In that thing, like, you know what I mean? Like they're part of that. So I came in with the biases, you know what I mean? Like, you know, fireball this, da. But when I met her, it opened up a whole new world, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right?
A whole new world.
A whole new world. But I don't have an issue with it. I never really did. I was just
exploring new
you know,
things.
Do you think you had pre-programs and that's where you're
you know, the way you grow up and you're bridging them and, you know, like, you know, so it just, I saw it go. I didn't know any better. And then when I met my wife and I learned about all of this stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Layers.
You're open to new things now.
The layers.
Not
That's the thing, he's open for
Open to
himself.
trying new things.
Not good, Thomas, come on.
And open to trying new things.
My personal issue with the post was the context. If you're going to bring in a context, stay within the context. And if somebody asks you what do you mean or seeks further clarification, that's the opportunity for you to clarify. I don't feel like that's the opportunity to launch your attack, which then brings me to believe that your true feelings are just coming out and all you did was fucking bait the conversation and create an environment to let out how you truly feel. And what I took away from that was, oh, you're more mad that, you know, these people are voicing and have the one little piece a month to express their one little piece of liberty. And it just gave the impression that there's a lot of aggression there. There's a lot of microaggression. Because at the end of the day, I feel like there are more representations in political realms, in Hollywood realms, than there, and not saying there's not Black A-listers. But at the end of the day, when you see a Black A-lister movie, you see a Black A-lister movie where there are homosexual and LGBTQ representations as well. We had one film launched this month where there weren't so many representations of that community, but there were so many representations of this community. And the amount of frustration I saw on my timeline about the people having the one little piece of thing that they had. So when I feel like if you're going to present a context and say, why is it that this and this and this, and people answer you and say, maybe we don't have a problem with the community, we have a problem with the aggression that the community presents when it tries to represent itself, and then you turn around and say, how about I just don't like you because you're colored?
Yeah.
Tell us how you really feel. That's all I'm going to say about that.
She first said that.
2 snaps and a neck twist. Aliana says, I think the problem is she says these things when she's intoxicated and she says things so wrong and then apologizes when she's sober. But they say that, you know, when you're drunk is when you talk the truth.
Yeah.
So Aliana, I hear you. But then you also have to look at the trend.
Yeah.
What comes out the most often and the most consistently when somebody's more comfortable?
You guys are little picnic. What's wrong? No, man.
Read the comments.
I mean, we're talking about a topic here. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Yo, you see these guys? These guys can't handle it. Hold on, let's go to some sense here. Where's Dave? Dave Williams has some sense. Let's see what Dave has to say. Dave says, why does the school curriculum of Black history start with slavery and nothing before, when we were kings and queens and dominant and self-sufficient?
Yeah, that's what I want to learn about.
Yeah, and Adam and Eve, that's not Adam and Eve. Adama, what is it? Adama and Hawa, this Jewish. You know, there's even more before
that's
Adam
a whole
and Eve.
Another story.
He didn't really eat the apple. He ate something else.
That's right. Those my name top the Tingz.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Seed, fruit, tree.
You didn't really.
Whenever
That's
you
just
see
the PG version.
It's the apple.
top the Tingz.
The
That's
apple's
another
the PG
episode.
version for kids.
Yam on the crutches.
We're gonna break. We're gonna
Yeah,
break down.
Adam
You
Yam.
ate the fruit of the
They
tree.
ate the fruit of the tree.
And a tree is always a person.
Eve comes from
Tree in the Bible is always person.
Eve comes from the name, I forget what it is in Jewish, it's like Hawa or whatever, but it means to make life.
Whole another
So he
episode.
ate the tree from the tree of life.
Oh yeah.
Get on to the next topic, man. I'm done with this.
Okay, you done?
I'm done.
All right, so then we wrapped up that topic, and don't forget to bring your comments in.
Yeah, you can see
Because
that.
at the
Yeah.
end of the day, this was a very interesting topic. I mean, why do these people tend to express these things in the one little piece a month that Black people have?
I thought we were done with this.
So we're Can I
No, we're
wrap
wrapping it up.
Can I wrap it up the way?
Yeah.
Can I?
Wrap it up.
But can I?
Yes,
That's
wrap
what
it
I'm
up.
doing.
Don't listen to this guy.
Twice.
Wrap
Okay.
it up.
2 times. Double.
So go ahead, and this is where your
Oh,
comments
man.
come in.
Mm.
Sometimes you have to put things into context for the people who are jumping on. But anyways, go ahead and bring in your comments on this topic once you are more familiar with the context of this post. And then next up, we have weird topics. Weird topics. Married couple. There was a post about a married couple who found out that their brother and sister,
Did you
and
post that?
would you stay
Yeah.
together?
One of Dougie's weird ass books.
Maybe you could
No,
elaborate on that. a little more.
I read it. So basically, they were together for a bunch of years, and they needed to go. I forget exactly how it went.
Yeah,
They had to go to the doctor or something to get some kind of like
testing.
DNA testing or something. They found out that the doctors found it very odd that their DNA was so close, and then they found out they were brother and sister.
They're both given up for adoption.
They're both given up for adoption.
A lot of people had questions about how did they be married for so long, share intimate details about their adoption story, and not put two and two together.
Well, because you're a baby when you're adopted, or when you're given up for adoption, they were given up for adoption at birth.
So at birth, you don't have too many details about your parents.
Well, and back
Yeah.
then, especially,
Yeah.
all those details were hidden from you.
Sealed.
So when they found out that their brothers, did they stay together?
I can't remember this is the whole story. Like, it's just,
Yo, if you stay together,
the
that's.
question was, would you stay together?
Would you stay together? No, that's fucked up.
I think they did. I
Like
think
you're
they were-
well married, eh? Like you're married for how
If I
much
love
years?
them, nah, be. You can't look at
No, they already have a kid.
Yo,
You love them.
you can't look at that pum pum the same.
Yeah.
They already have a kid and
I
everything.
agree. You're gonna be killing it, and you're gonna be like, yo, this is my sister.
You know,
No, but
I don't know.
let's hear from
Listen,
Mr. Palmer.
I would never. No, I would.
So you found out. What if you had children?
Yeah.
Imagine.
Sure. Kill myself, bro. Sure.
So it's like the woman of your dreams, all that shit. Does it fuck with the way that you thought? Like in your mind, are you like, all these things that I thought we had this affinity based on? Like, oh my God, I felt like we're soulmates based on so many levels, but true say now you know it's because you come from the same DNA.
I don't think so.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck, like now that
That's
changed
exactly-
everything. Like, was I
couldn't.
You couldn't do it, right?
trip,
You
right?
couldn't stay, right?
That's why I think they were together, because they have a different vibe, but they thought it was love. They really found the vibe.
Yeah, they had a
Yeah.
bond. They had a bond.
Yeah, but they didn't know what the bond was, so they ended up doing extracurricular stuff. which
Actually,
is
they
really
were even twins.
Yeah.
Were they twins?
They were twins.
They were twins. So they should have fought
They
that.
had the same birthday, but they weren't identical twins.
Did the kids? They had kids. You said,
They had a kid.
Was the kid
The kids were A-okay. Kids were healthy.
Nothing like that.
Yeah.
That's no other
Well,
option.
I don't know. Like, I read the story. They didn't
That's
say
wild.
They didn't say that there was anything wrong with the kids, so I don't really know, to be honest with you.
That's a whole serious thing because back then, okay, so when you give up a child at birth, your records are sealed. You have no rights to access to reach out and try to communicate with the child. You have literally signed away your rights. And if the child reaches out at a certain point and says, "Hey, I need more info," at that point, you're still not.
They went to
obligated
different
give it.
families with different last names.
No,
everything.
if I found out, that's gonna fuck up my psyche.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I don't care if I got
Yeah.
married. If I got married, that's my thing for 10 years. If you came and told me tomorrow and said, "Yo, my wife right now, that's my sister,"
Yeah, they were
that's
together for
fucked
10
up,
years.
dog.
I remember.
Huh?
I would have to run away.
I wouldn't run away, but I would be
You
feeling
wouldn't
away.
let your piggy go?
I'd send money.
Yeah.
I'd send money. I'd
You
send
send
money.
her money?
You know what? Though?
Yeah, I'll send money. Yeah, I'll send her money.
I understand.
No.
No, but I understand. Okay, I'm looking at it. If I was a man and I found out that my child was with my sibling, if I was gonna say I'm gonna be any kind of father for my child, I'd have to get right in my head. I'd have to take my time.
Well, what about the woman?
Get
She's
well.
just not right in her head either.
But it depends on who's more of a better parent for the child. But what we're saying is, would you leave the marriage? Not necessarily would you leave the child.
Oh.
You still support the child however
Yeah,
you
of
can,
course,
right?
you help make that
But you may have to just walk away from that relationship because, like, fuck, how do you continue on? Like, that's
Yeah.
it.
Never
I'll just be uncle and auntie instead of mom and dad.
Have you guys seen the movie The Wicker Man?
The Wicker Man, what happened in The Wicker Man?
That's
Never
crazy.
seen
Auntie
it.
and uncle
Sounds familiar.
and mom and dad.
It's with Nicolas Cage and they
Wow.
burn him alive.
You just lie.
Dougie brought up an interesting point. Like,
What's
do you
up?
tell the child the truth? At what point do you tell the child the
You
truth?
tell the child the truth? No, I wouldn't.
Because that's
And-
gonna fuck up
And
2
just tell
generations.
the child that you're auntie and uncle
No.
instead of mom and dad.
I wouldn't tell the kid nothing.
Depends on how old
Say
the child
what?
is. Like, you're gonna fuck up 2 generations.
But
now?
that woman or that man has to be in your life forever because of that child.
Yeah.
That's where it gets complicated.
Why does this stuff
there's-
happen in the UK? Like,
If the child wasn't there, then you could just separate and you know and be
Hold on.
done.
Who picked the
Right.
topics for tonight?
You did.
I'm
You
not-
did. You did.
tell them.
Yeah,
This nigga. All right. So, what are you guys' thoughts on this? What do you feel like you would do in this situation?
what would you guys do?
Like, legit. Let's not hypothesize this. What if this was really you? Like, what would you actually do? Okay.
Me, I wouldn't do it. I'll run. It's gonna feel weird, man.
The Wicker Man. Straight
But there's
Wicker
some
Man.
people out there who would take it, and I know they'd get off on it. They'd be like, yeah, I'm murking my sister, yeah. And man, just take it to a whole new level. You know, there's dirty mans out there like that.
There were some. There were some people in the comments that actually
Nobody
said
likes
that.
that.
I don't
They
know if
did?
he's doing
Did they
this
say
for
what?
likes.
Not in this one. but like,
I'm done with this episode.
For those of you that were in the comments saying that you would stay, go ahead.
They
and
said they
comment
might as
about why.
well. That's what they were saying.
Share why you would. Give us your thought process on that and why you would stay.
Who would say it?
You would say.
Becky said, "What's
Well,
that?"
let's do a vote.
Let's read the comment. Let me
Right
read the
here.
comment.
Yeah?
Who's that?
Becky said, "What's
I
done?"
know.
You
Which
die.
Becky is that?
Nikki.
Nikki said what's done is done. I thought he
What
said
the hell?
because
Okay.
then I have this one down there like busting big laugh like he's a big man. So Nikki said what's done is done. If it was already done and that was what it is, would you just like fuck you've been fucking for 14 married for 14
10
years?
years.
I don't even want to
Holy
talk
shit.
about this.
Like,
Like how do you
Well,
undo
look
that?
at look at Yasmin. Yasmin says, out of all the people in the world he bangs and produces offsprings with his estranged sister, he's cursed. You're cursed. It's a blessing and a curse, I guess. Because a child is a blessing.
I agree.
A child is a
Sorry.
blessing, but it's a
You're
curse.
saying this is a blessing?
No, it's not. The child is a blessing, but the whole thing is
you
cursed.
say you off the whole family.
Yo,
Off the
next
wall.
topic, man.
What do you mean next topic? Yo, people have to talk. You have to talk about these things
You needed
sometimes.
a weird topic. This is pretty
Huh?
I
weird.
agree.
Yo, you have to talk about these things. Like, you have to talk about the weird things. You have to talk about the
Uncomfortable issues.
uncomfortable
I don't want
issues.
to talk about a guy jamming his sister.
I swear to God, yo. Maxwell just posted, yo, they've been doing that from what they done.
It's true.
Yo, them Europeans way back. Them cousin, yo, first cousin was ripe.
Yeah,
Back
before
in
that.
the things,
Back
she
in-
wasn't dirty till
Back
all
in
three
back in
generations.
medieval times, your first cousin, that was
Proper.
Before
That
that.
was good.
It's actually
blood.
going
Yeah,
back to
but
stay in Brazil.
But that's the whole
and
point.
where Brazil and where is that place? Was it Egypt? The pyramid?
Oh, the Giza. So
I know Egyptians too.
So we're looking at generations who've been doing this for a while. And then we have in 2018 some people who didn't know better, did not know, buck up on this information later, and now we want to bund them out. So sometimes it doesn't hurt to flip things. Personally, we're not talking about what you do personally. Okay, yeah, we are. But at the same time, when you extract yourself and you're like, okay, would you judge that couple?
Yes, I
Staying?
would. I would
You
judge
judge
them.
them for staying?
Yes, I would.
There's a lot of people who
What if
judge
it was your
everybody
best-
on one
exactly.
thing.
If it was your best friend.
I'd be like, you're nasty motherfucker.
Yeah, but that's you. That's your
If you guys want to put flowers on the situation, I'm not.
But there's people that will put flowers on everyday shit that you think is okay too. That's why we're
Everything's
talking to you.
okay.
Except
All
for
right.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that was it for that topic. I think we got where we were going with that, as far as we could with that. And as far as the basketball tournament goes, guys, it's been a great response. I have to say, I'm really missing Lisa tonight on this one. If you guys need any other further detail, if you guys need any other further details on the basketball tournament, please stay in touch with Lisa. Lisa is the go-to person right now for coordinating.
Yeah, let me get that up there. So contact Lisa
we're gonna
Lumen
go ahead and
for the basketball tournament
details. The circle basketball tournament details.
Details
Lisa
March
Newman.
24th.
It's gonna be a good time. I can't wait.
Yo,
to see
that's gonna
everybody.
be nuts.
We've got cheerleading teams.
We've got cheerleaders here.
We've got refreshments. It's going to be a really good time. So get at Lisa for any other final details. I believe everything is pretty much wrapping up now. But yeah, talk to our girl Lisa about that. So I think we're pretty much tidying off the topics for the night.
Topics for the night. No,
Were there
we
any
got
other-
lots of topics.
These were
to
the
go.
listed
Yeah, we got lots of teams to go. We
These
talk
were
the teams.
listed
We
topics.
talk the teams. What do you want?
Anything
Yo,
else you guys
Tom's.
want to
This is
say?
Amanda.
This is remind them time. Yo, Sticks. Last week, seeing we talk the teams, seeing, and then me and Tom we just look each other in the eye, and we're like, yo, what going with the Bacha Dali then? And we
Yeah.
went into a whole thing about Bacha Dali.
Is there anything you would like to talk about?
Is there anything you want to talk about, Sticks?
I mean, when I was
Yo,
younger,
Sticks, let me tell you something right now. I've never seen so many girls fucking tune in. Be the
I appreciate-
yo,
Omar,
ladies,
everybody.
yo,
I appreciate it.
wow.
Good topic. Look.
They want to talk
I
about Omar?
can't deal.
No.
Omar is fine as fuck.
Whoa, you see?
She says fine as fuck. She can't
She
deal.
can't deal. Watch out. I'm a. Oh,
Watch out, we lift the lip.
I
man.
can't help it, man. I just do it.
My
We're not
man just
prepared
said.
for this.
Just do it.
We're not prepared for
where
this.
is that? Where is that? I want to put that up.
We're going into overtime.
We're going into overtime right now? No.
We're getting up
Sticks,
now.
talk to the people.
We're getting up now.
Talk about
Tony
it.
said,
Yeah,
yeah.
them on you. Watch people. Watch what Tony said right now. Watch Tony. Watch Tony. Tony, mind yourself. You know.
Yo, let's
Mind
get up.
yourself.
Let's get up. He's gonna show us dick.
Oh, okay.
Tell all the girls, tag them now.
I don't know. I
You're
can't.
good enough
Special
too.
guest. We got a special guest.
He is a special guest.
Thanks.
Yo, let me tell you something. Yo, Sticks is my boy. Seen long time. Like, yo, we have mutual friends, seen, and we just came and we connected, seen. And let me tell you a funny story about Sticks, yo. So at my wedding, all right, when you go to a wedding, what you do?
Yeah.
You go to no. Yo, when you go to a wedding, you go to Shoppers Drug Mart, you get your card, you put some cheese in there, you to give it to the couple, and on the front, you know, you write congratulations to the happy couple, whatever. B, Sticks come to my wedding. Yeah, big J. Give me the envelope. On the envelope, first of all, in kids' writing, it says Sticks. Yo, Godson, worse than my writing. It says Sticks on the envelope.
I blame the pen though.
And then
I blame the pen.
I open up the envelope, expecting a card. No card, nothing. Just a big stack of money and I said, all right.
People don't keep cards.
Yo,
I learned
I
this.
know, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you a quick story.
I don't like cards that much.
I'm gonna tell you a quick story. I remember one Christmas I got a card for my dad. And I put money in there, right? So we opened it up, whatever. Maybe like mid through the day, I go into the washroom and I see the fucking card in the garbage. So from that day, I said, you know, only my daughter gets cards because she saves those things.
Yeah.
No, your
But
dad.
nobody gets no cards from me.
Honestly, nobody wants cards.
I
They're
don't
opening- They're opening the card and
Once
getting
in
the
a while.
money.
I put clout into that card.
Yeah.
This nigga's
That
so-
shit
Did it
hurt.
hurt yourself?
That shit hurt, man.
Trust me, changed my life.
I'll tell you a story, similar story. I bought my ex, when I first met her, flowers, right? She came to pick me up the next day, and they were in her back seat, all trampled all over. So I never bought her flowers again after
I
that.
don't wear anything.
Yo, PTSD is real.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's all I can say. That's funny.
Okay, sorry for what I'm
No, you're
No,
dumb.
no,
Let's
this
not
is
talk
Oh,
about
I
it.
love it.
This is the random
It's a random
topic.
time. You know, when the line them come out.
Yeah.
When the line them come out. Yo, talk about last week you guys had the Oh, the
Smokers
smokers
Club,
link up.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
How was it?
I didn't expect so many people. I appreciate everybody that came out. Shout out to Andre,
Yeah, big up.
actually for hosting the party. Shout out to Nika for finding the place. I love you.
Yes.
All the people that came out, I appreciate everything. Bless.
Yeah, that was big still. I didn't go myself, but I heard I heard it was around. I heard it was around.
It's a nice party. I heard.
It's nice when people we come together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We could have been two rival groups, right? We could have been two rivals and fucking fighting each other and say a bonfire upon the smokers club, fuck the circle. But nah, they say we're good people and
It's all love.
and look what happened now. Big smokers club link up, smoke the team. You're here, everybody you know what I mean?
Connect the
Yeah.
I miss you.
Ask
Just to
anybody
fight
in the
for
group.
space.
Ask anybody if they have any random topics right now.
Random topics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Random topics? What do you want
Do
to
you
talk
have any random topics?
It's hard to talk about random topics.
Well, there was a topic that Erica posted, misengagement of the month. Why
Oh, yeah,
is it that
big
man can't give one and can't take back one?
That's
That
not a
me want to hear from the
random
man
topic.
them. That me want to
That's
hear
not a
from them.
random topic.
But
Yeah.
there's more men. The question was, why can men give it but can't take it? Can we hear from
That's
the men?
not nice, man.
Can we hear from the men? The men.
I've given it and taken it, so
Taking what?
Iggy and Taki.
so
Why can we give one but not take one?
Yeah.
I can take one.
I know you cannot.
Be a
Yeah.
talk,
That's so
I
funny.
cry like a baby, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Your sticks is
What-
soft like granny
super
porridge.
Okay, do you have to be super in love with her for it to
I
hurt,
can't
or
lie,
even
well,
if she's not super in love with her, it just
I
still hurts?
was, I guess, super in love with her. So
Yeah.
And nobody's ever left me before, so yeah, it hurt. I cried. It took a minute still.
Nobody's ever left.
What are you gonna say, Dougie?
No, I can't lie. When I seen the post, I didn't even know what bun meant.
You didn't know what bun man?
So I came,
Oh, yeah.
I came into the group chat and asked what bun means.
Yeah, Dougie didn't know what bun meant. When Erica wrote that, he's like, what is bun? What is bun? What does bun mean, guys?
Let me drink my wine. But no, what do you guys think about that? Because you guys want to talk about random topics.
Well, me and Tom's, he called me the other day and he's like, we need to go for a juice. Scene. And we started talking about back in the day when you're drinking.
Oh gosh.
I'm pure, Bridget, back in the day. Just cool, man. We have a new program, and Thompson Sticks right now, they can't handle this program. They're dying. They're dying. But now you see, now you fucked me up.
But things I give a fuck about what happened before I was here. I don't.
We're not talking about battery tonight.
No,
maybe
but
we
you
might
never
get it.
said.
You want to get into battery again? We gave the full process of a battery.
I know.
I miss that.
You missed it? So Sticks, right? Black Chinese, in the danger room. She was saying niggas and you gotta do batteries and you see your man's dick, you guys are fucking gay. We're like, no. The way a battery works is one man scoops a thing, he murks it, whispers in the ear, yo, deal with my breads and see the soft things. And then the man comes in and the next man leaves.
Yeah.
And then the next man leaves and comes and it's a rotation. Not no gangbang.
Yeah.
You don't even see a body. That's a battery.
So we're gonna talk about the juice, right?
Well, you can talk about the juice, Triple X and Crest and OE and shit, you know what I mean?
Old time drinks. So
Yeah.
The old, what you used to drink back? What was your drink back in the day?
Old time drinks.
I drink anything, I just whatever I can get my hands on. I used to drink Kelly's, crazy shit, man.
That's hilarious.
Kelly's was fabulous.
I almost died from Jamaican overproof rum, man. Almost killed me.
Died.
It almost killed me too. I was laying out in the snow one winter. Yeah.
What? Say that again?
I was laying out in the snow one winter.
Yeah.
I drank like half a bottle of that in like half an hour. I have people in the group that can prove it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
I never did it
And
again
still
after
here
that.
you
I
are.
think that's when I almost quit drinking.
Why rum?
You always quit
Yeah.
the next day, right?
Yeah, I quit all the time.
I was never the same after that. I drink on
Men said
vacation.
never
That's
the
it.
same.
Yo, we used to drink anything. And yo, I remember points. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. Man, you have to run to go to his house, go get moonshine.
Slits. You remember Slits?
Slits?
Yeah, Shemai said
Slits.
Slits.
Oh yeah, slits.
That's some Atlanta shit.
Yeah,
yo.
yeah. The crest, and the fat. Yo, we bought fucking. I remember we bought 18 fucking crests and fats.
Yeah.
But yo, man, we had like 18 of them.
My neighbor was the liquor store.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's why my dad was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
And the OE. One OE and one blunt for me back in the day, and I'm good.
No.
You're drinking 2 OEs? No way you're drinking
I
2
know you
OEs.
guys are.
You're drinking 2 OEs. No way, dog.
Yeah, man, one old
No
English
way.
and one
Throughout the
Indian.
whole night, maybe, but like if you're just chilling and mossing 2 OEs, you're dead.
I used to drink.
Dead.
I used to drink too.
I
2
know you
OEs
guys.
is rough though. 2 full OEs.
Comment.
Yeah, I can do 1.5.
Comment.
1.5, right?
Yeah. You guys never drank mongoose before?
Comments what?
We're checking on some comments.
Oh,
Not
yeah?
Random.
But the OELB, only man I seen drink. There's a member in the group, John Morris. He used to take me to Scarborough.
I know
Mark,
John.
yeah, you know John, right? He used to take me to Markham. We had a brother named Milk. We call him Milk because the man grab the OE, drink it, lick, 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 ding, 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 ding. Dash it like it's a milk bottle there. Yo, OE was dangerous,
I
dog.
could say
You
something.
guys never drank?
What do you mean?
Huh?
What are you gonna say? Talk up, T.
I don't know.
Well, talk up, B. We're not hide and talk.
No. I think that Mr. Morris might be called Milk by the ladies for another reason.
Oh, John. Yeah, John. Yo.
What the fuck?
Yo.
That's why I said I
What the
wasn't
fuck?
sure.
I'm single.
That's why I said I
What
wasn't
the
gonna
fuck?
say
No,
it.
we don't call John. There's another man.
I'm fucking single,
Wow.
man.
John.
Saying.
John. John's name is Anaconda or Mandingo.
Man has, yeah, so.
I'm fucking single.
What, you was the one who put it out there? Hello.
Oh my God.
Remember when
What
Snapchat
the
did up?
fuck? That's what happens when you have Freaky Fridays. In the
I said I wasn't gonna say that.
fuck?
I'm telling you. No. Mr.
Yo, y'all remember Freaky Friday? What
Mr.
happened to Freaky
Mr.
Friday?
Mr. Drano.
What happened to Freaky Friday?
She got a
baseball
boyfriend.
cap in the Freaky
Mr.
Friday.
Drano.
She got a boyfriend. She's like,
Oh, Nikki Hostin has it right there. That's the Long
Nick
John.
Dawson has it?
Nick, Long
Nick
John.
Dawson has a
Long
Snapchat, yo.
No, but she has a good name. She has a good name.
No, but like Tingz was like down at
Long
the drain.
John.
Long John Silver?
Yeah.
Hello.
Mr. B wants to know who's down for camping.
I'm
Camping.
down for camping anytime.
I don't camp.
I would do it as long as we have cabins.
I don't camp. I don't camp.
I don't do tent camping.
As long as
but
it's
I
got
do
like
cabin
8
camping.
wheels on it.
it's interracial.
I do
I
trailer
know.
camping. I
That's
do
what
tent
Noble
camping.
camping.
And
Interracial.
no, sorry, cabin camping. And if somebody has a tent and there's a cabin nearby, I might run from.
I don't do bugs. I don't do lizards. I don't
Hold
do
on.
snakes.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm the black guy.
Yeah.
I do fishing.
Hold
I don't even
on.
like that.
Hold on. What do you have to say,
Me
Father?
and Sticks know about camping because of interracial dating.
It's true. See, that's the only way. I would have never went camping
Oh,
if I didn't date.
Oh, so
That
interracial dating.
Yeah,
You
she
learned
brought me
about,
there.
about
And
camping.
it's cool. It's all right. You know, you can smoke weed like crazy, man.
yeah, man.
On the
Turn up.
campfire, you don't
I've done
need a
it
lighter.
twice in my life.
Ting, turn up.
Twice. That's it.
Mad trippy late
I went camping a couple times.
Once in a trailer, once in a cabin. No, 3 times and once in a tent.
I did all times. I think I went
Yeah.
3, 4
I'll camp
times.
on the floor.
You never went to Wisconsin with us?
With Sega?
Yeah.
I wasn't with you. I was with Riv, yo.
Yeah.
You were there?
What the fuck?
Yo,
You
y'all
got
just put
arrested so
yo.
many times on there.
a 1 if you ever went to Wasaga Beach. When did we go to Wasaga Beach? When was the time to go?
It was
May 2
for
May 2 for a weekend Wasaga Beach at Bananas. Oh,
Oh,
my God.
bananas.
Oh, Doug even knows about banana.
I know that place.
Blow your banana.
Yeah, let me put it on Maxwell.
Comments?
Somebody killed the banana medicine.
Comments? Anybody? And then I think we're gonna just tidy up now.
Oh, no, hold on. We got a thing here. So, no, remember, we got the, yeah.
Yeah, we
So,
got giveaways. We never ask without giving.
As you guys know, every month we do the monthly engagement winner. You know what I'm saying? This month in the main group, it was the beautiful Miss Lovely Erica Clark. You know what I mean? Big up yourself. We got your LCBO card right here. I don't know if you can see that. That's for Erica right there. Big up yourself. Yeah. But also in the circle freaks, you know what I'm saying? We had Champagne Melt. Champagne Melt, big up yourself. And you know what? We're feeling generous this month, so she gets one too. Oh, that's upside down. She gets one too. Big up yourself, Champagne Melt. Somebody tag her, she getting a card. And then, thirdly, because we're feeling extra special, you know, 1 year is coming up. We want to give back. We're gonna have one more card, and it's for Sticks' rival, actually. This is Sticks' rival. Sticks, you have a rival in the group.
I don't have no rival. I love everybody.
No, you have a rival.
He's all love.
And your rival right now, and he was the top 3. I mean, he was in the top 10 in all 3 groups. Big up man like Toro, and Toro, we got your card right here too. So Toro, send you a little something, you know, because we appreciate when people, you know, interact, and you know that's what this group is. So Toro, you get a little something too for being in all 3 groups, top 10.
Yeah.
That's hard, you know. All 3 groups top 10. So big up Toro.
Wow.
Oh yeah, there's one more. Oh yeah, hold on, we got one more. I'm gonna give that to you, and you can give it to whoever you want.
Yes, Sticks.
So we got one more, and it's a special.
What's your juice now?
I'm gonna give it to the first person that can tell me the first topic that we talked about. So y'all check that out.
I don't even remember.
I don't, but you. I don't
Okay,
remember.
so what? How do we differentiate now? 'Cause comments are gonna go.
Okay, how about a DM message? The first one to give you.
The first person to DM me right now, the first topic that we discussed right now in my DMs, and if we come off live and I have no DM, Sticks is gonna have to go back to the drawing board. Right now, before we cut completely, in my DM, Tanika K, that gift card is from Sticks to you.
What was
first in my DM?
What was the first topic?
We talked about on episode number 26 of Top Tingz.
It's so hard. Such a hard question.
You know, this is hard to type. It's hard to type and do this. Watch it spelling now. My spelling probably sucks.
It's all right. Pilot.
We got you.
Ooh, Nikki.
Oh,
Nikki
Nikki
Austin.
Nikki?
Nikki said the apology from last week's Talk to Tingz. Shout out to Nikki in the DM. This is why you have to watch from start to finish. Shout out to Nikki. Nikki got the Sticks.
I thought Nikki's an admin. She's not supposed to get anything.
Yo, listen, Nikki Austin is not an admin. I would love Nikki to be an admin.
Nikki has been an amazing contributor from
Big up Nikki. Yeah.
Day one. So,
Jason and I are admins.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I would have yo. When there's admin posts, all you see is Lisa Newman, Tom Purcell Beats, Tanika K. I'm not even got one blood clot. Yo, me and Doggy are admins too.
And I have more messages. Wait, let's read these up.
I put in fucking work, man.
Oh my God, the DMs are coming. The DMs are
coming. No,
coming.
Nikki Austin already won.
I know,
Nikki
but I have
Austin
to shout out. I have to shout out Gail for coming through. Gail said first topic was interracial dating. I want to shout out Gail for chiming in and participating. Gail, thank you for chiming in. She said, I see, cool, first topic interracial. Sorry, Mama. Jason had made it clear that he really wanted to address the apology. Interracial dating, I could be wrong, but I was late to the live from Tony Hayes. Tony, thank you so much. You know what? I feel like next week we need to do some more of these impromptu watch.
Yeah, you know, man. But also we forgot to big up.
We should give a gift card to my favorite.
Forgot to big up our mods, Eliana.
So that's the thing. I wasn't done.
You weren't done?
Yeah, but this week we introduced some new mods. But I'm gonna come to you in a minute. Shout out to Tony. Shout out to Gail. Shout out to Nikki. The participation ton up. If you guys are down for this type of shit, then next week we're going to have some next participation shit. You've got to tune in, and the giveaways will happen randomly throughout the show. So you've got to tune in for the trivia, and you can earn yourself some gifts and prizes too.
Hold on. Yasmin just gave me some recognition. All right. You guys, if you have any random topics, DM me.
Yeah.
Or Jason.
Yeah. No, don't DM me.
Thanks, Yasmin.
Don't DM me.
Random topics only. No girls messaging me about random topics. East Coast lifestyle, okay?
Do your thing. Do your thing. I'm down with the East Coast though. Yay, Maritimers Unite.
So big up people, you know what I mean? Talk with Tingz in the building, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, Sticks, for coming out, you know what I'm saying?
Bruce Lee said interracial. Bruce, oh my God, meme God.
Bruce?
Shout out to
I
Bruce.
love Bruce, you know. Bruce is big.
Bruce is the meme God. So here's the thing. Technically, the first real topic was the apology. I know that Jason really wanted to get that out the way. But for those of you who tuned in and chimed in with the interracial dating, I have something for you too. So we have Tony, Abigail, and Bruce with interracial dating. From me personally, get in my DM. I have something for all three of you. I'm cutting it off now because we're wrapping up the show, but I've got something for all three of you. Go ahead and get in my DM and send me your info because I want to thank you guys for participating just the same. So that's it for tonight, you guys. If you have any topics you want covered and you don't see the topic in the group, I always say engage, create your post, post your questions. But if you have a question and it's not in the group, don't hesitate to drop it in a DM where we can go ahead and bring it up on Talk to Tingz. So Bruce, Tony, and Abigail, you got something from me. Get in my DM to find out what it is. Shout out to our mods. This week we had some new mods. We wanted to big up some of our earlier mods, and shout out to the mods for holding it down during the week. Shout out to Fitz. Shout out to Alicia B. Shout out to Aliana Red. Big up yourself on your 25th birthday week.
Yeah,
Aliana.
happy birthday, Aliana.
I just want to thank you so much. And you know something? We just appreciate so much all that you guys do. So thanks for tuning in.
And Andre, don't forget about Andre.
And Andre. Okay, so I'm sorry. I was picking up the newer mods. Andre and Fitz are older, are more established, and Alicia B and Aliana.
That's what wine does. She doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about.
I know, she's joking.
I'm not drinking one.
Ooh. Liquor, guys. Liquor.
Andre, I picked up Andre a few times.
Bullshit. I stressed her out. She's drinking liquor.
You can't stress me out. Nobody can stress me out. It's great. I love it. It's great. But nobody can stress me out. But anyways, shout out to the new admins and mods. To all the admins, Lisa, we miss you. Bring back yourself.
Lisa Danger, bring your yourself. Yeah. You see the new thing now already. Yeah.
Yeah, she's under the weather, so
yeah. But you know, I can't stress enough how much she does that.
Yeah, free up the pom pom.
She's under the weather. Just smoke some weed.
Free up the pom pom.
You'll be alright.
So guys, that's
nipple.
it. Free the nipple.
Free the nipple. Remember Freaky Friday?
Yeah,
you guys forgot?
No, I didn't forget.
What the fuck?
What?
What the fuck? Come on, man.
What?
Come on.
You want to free up the nipples?
Yeah. What the fuck is telling people I'm drunk? I'm
Straight.
Might as well be.
Don't go stay for yourself. Bye.
We just gotta say peace out, people. Sorry, before we cut like that. Can't just cut out, y'all. No.
Yes, we can.
We just cut out like that.
I totally agree.
All right. Sorry. Okay, people.
No. I'm just playing. So we want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight. It's been a great night. And don't forget to tune in next week. Send your topics in, create your posts, post your queries. Let's get the discussion popping, because this is where we recap everything.
Yes, talk with Tingz, you know what I'm saying? Big J, Dougie Moore, TK, Omar Sticks Palmer in the place, Father Toms. Big up Lisa Danger always, you know what I'm saying? We got the Circle, we got the Danger Room, we got Circle Fix, Get Active. This is Maxwell, Dear 666, you know what I'm saying? So big up Maxwell.
Shout out to Circle Talent. Keep sending us your music if you want it featured on the show.
Why you doing what they told you? Why you doing what they told you? Why you doing what they told you? You ain't doing what you're supposed to. You ain't doing what you're supposed to. This love is supposed to be me and you. You said you want something true.
Hi guys, thanks for watching. Oh shit.
So don't make me have to get my crew. I show you that you ain't by yourself in this society. I wanna make no trouble. I wanna go down, but you gotta make me fall down. Why you doing what they told you? Why you doing what they told you? Why you doing what they told you? You ain't doing what you're supposed to. You ain't doing what you're supposed to do. This love is supposed to be me and you. You said you want something true. So don't make me have to get my crew to show you that you ain't by yourself in this system. I wanna down on you, down on you, down on you. I wanna go down, but you gotta make me fall. Why you doing what they told you? Why you doing what they told you? Why you doing what they told you? You ain't doing what you're supposed to do. You ain't doing what you're supposed to do. This love is supposed to be me and you. You said you want something true. Don't make me have to get my groove. I show you that you ain't by yourself in this stuff. I wanna make no chopper. I wanna